Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope everyone is doing well. I want to talk to you today about how to add an extra digit to your income and ultimately a comma. So definitely listen in. I got some great information I'm going to share with you. Go ahead and grab yourself a piece of paper and a pen because you want to take notes. I always say note takers are money makers, so definitely make sure you grab a piece of paper so you can be a money maker. I'm going to talk to you today on how to add an extra digit to your income and ultimately a comma. So if you're on this live video and you've been looking for a way to add some extra income in your household, I have the solution for you today. I guarantee it. So I'm gonna let a few people get on first and then I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So again, if you're looking to add an extra digit to your income and ultimately a comma, you're definitely on the right live video. I'm very excited about the information I'm getting ready to share. The information literally changed my financial outlook completely around. So I believe that God is not a respecter of person. So if he can do it for me, he can do it for each and every one of you that's listening right now to this live video. So I'm going to get started in about 15 seconds. I'm going to let a few more people get on. And again, go ahead and grab yourself a piece of paper and a pen because I'm going to go over a lot of great information that can literally change the outlook of your finances. So if you're ready for a change going into 2018 with your finances, I have the solution for you. So get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. I'm excited. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. My econ is changing lives all around the United States. And I'm telling you, you are next. So if you need an extra digit and ultimately a comma to your current income, get ready. I'm going to give you the solution on how to get that done. So I see you all coming on in. I see Kathy. I see Deborah. I see Danielle. Welcome, Danielle. I see Phyllis. I see Mr. Jefferson. I see Mr. Rodney Spivey just came on. Welcome, Mr. Cedric Jenkins. Mr. Jeffrey Finch. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you all are hopping on this live video. Please share this video. I'm telling you, I'm getting ready to bring some great information to change your finances. Welcome, Linda. Welcome. Welcome, Mr. Dowdy. Welcome, welcome. I see you all coming on. Welcome, Genesis. Welcome, Mr. Crane, for getting on this live video. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, Floor. So let me go ahead and get started and tell you why I'm so excited about this company called My Econ that literally changed my life. So the reason I'm excited was before I got involved with this dynamic company called My Econ, I had over $100,000 of debt. You heard me correctly, $100,000 of debt. And the bad part about it is that debt was costing me about $2,400 a month to service that debt. So then I met a phenomenal gentleman by the name of DeAndre Bowens. We call him Bo. And he showed me some strategies that I'm getting ready to show you tonight that helped me literally eliminate all $100,000 of debt in 1 year. Yep, you heard me correctly. I said I eliminated over $100,000 of debt in 1 year. So I'm going to show you how I did it. And I'm going to tell you the reason why you need to get involved with this company so that you can have the same exact success, if not better. So like I said, I did it with a dynamic company called My Econ, and My Econ is short for My Economy. We are the personal financial success company. We're not the juice company. We're not the health and wellness company. We're not the credit company. We are the personal financial success company. Now, just to tell you a little bit about My Econ is a 12-year-old, soon to be 13-year-old company come January that's debt-free, and we're based in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, I love the fact that we are debt-free because one of the main reasons why most traditional businesses fail is because of debt. Well, that's one thing you don't have to worry about with My Econ because we are totally debt-free. Now, I also like that we're 12 years old because we're not one of those companies that's here today, gone tomorrow. We got some stability with us. So that lets you know you'll be getting involved with a solid company. Now, we are literally changing lives all around the United States, and we're helping many people to attain personal financial success. Now, let me break it down to you like this. In my econ, we believe that there's two basic objectives that everyone's trying to accomplish every single day when you wake up. I'm sure you will agree. The first objective is you're trying to go to a job or a business to earn enough income to provide for your current lifestyle. Think about it. The food that you eat, the clothes that you wear, the house that you live in, that has to be paid for some way, and most people do that through a job or a business. Now, the second objective you're trying to accomplish simultaneously with working a job or a business is you're trying to put enough money in some type of asset or investment, whether it be real estate, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, IRAs, annuities, or any other financial vehicle that allows your money to work for you instead of you working for the money. Think about it. One day you're going to come off your job, whether it's age, health, downsizing, outsourcing, or you just sick and tired of going to work. But for us to walk away from our job successfully, you should have enough money in some type of asset or investment. So again, your money works for you when you retire instead of you going back to work for the money. Now, a lot of people are under the impression that Social Security is going to take care of them. But let me tell you something. I know several people that collect a Social Security check and still struggle to make ends meet. So we know that Social Security no longer works. Now, other people think that their pensions or their 401k is going to take care of them. But I know a lot of people that work a job, retire with their 401k, and then go back and work another job. That's what we call the 40-40-40 lifestyle. That means they work 40 hours a week for 40 years. That's age 25 to 65, just to end up with 40% of their income at retirement. Now think about it. If I'm struggling right now off 100% of my income, how in the world am I going to make it over 40% at retirement? That is the reason why you see so many people work that job, retire, and then go back and get another job, because 40% just can't cut it. This is the reality, and you got to understand that Social Security no longer works and pensions no longer work. Now let me talk to you about the reasons why most people are not meeting their two objectives. There are 4 challenges that are stopping people from building wealth, and those 4 challenges are stopping people from meeting their 2 objectives. Now, I always like to use the example of a boat. You know, no matter how big a boat is on the ocean or a yacht, if it has holes in it, sooner or later that boat or yacht is going to sink. That's the truth. Well, guess what? The same goes for your income. No matter how big your income is, whether it's 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, it doesn't matter. If it has holes in it, sooner or later, your income is going to sink. Let me talk to you about the holes that are in your income, which is causing your income to shrink daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Let's dive into it. The first challenge that is hurting you financially is something called inflation. Inflation is what we call the silent income killer, because inflation is hurting you financially, but most people don't see it hurting them because inflation creeps up on you. Let me give you a good example of inflation. If you was making $7 an hour in 1990 and you're making $14 an hour now, the truth of the matter is you still make $7 an hour. You probably say, Keith, what do you mean? Because get this, even though your paycheck went up, so did daycare, so did food, so did clothes, so did housing. Everything went up, but your paycheck didn't go up at the same rate. So in other words, your paycheck went up an inch when inflation went up a foot. So you got to do something about it, or you'll never get ahead financially. Let's talk about challenge number 2, taxes. Taxes takes the first 1/3 of your hard-earned income. Let me repeat that. Taxes takes the first 1/3 of your hard-earned income. In a lot of cases, it's more than that, because there's an old cliche that says the more you make, the more they take. Well, taxes take 1/3 of your income right off the top before you even get a chance to even spend your hard-earned money. Think about it. Look at your paycheck, look at your pay stub, and I guarantee you're going to see 4 people and took their money before you. How many of you heard of federal, state, FICA, and Social Security? Right off the top, they took 1/3 of your income before you even got a chance to see it. And that's the second challenge that's hurting you financially. Now let's talk about challenge number 3, debt. Debt comes in and takes the second 1/3 of your income. And let me tell you about debt. Debt is a result of taxes. Let me give you an example. Let's say you make $50,000 a year on your job. You told your mom and dad you make 50,000. You ran down to the car dealership and told them you make 50,000. Then you ran over to the mortgage company. You told them you make 50,000. But here's the sad news, ladies and gentlemen. You never brought home 50,000 because taxes took 1/3 of it right off the top. So the truth of the matter is you only brought home about 35,000. But here's the dilemma. You got finance for that car for 50,000. You got finance for that mortgage for 50,000. You got finance for those student loans for 50,000. And now you're buying things that you really can't afford. So now you end up in debt. I call debt the prison guard. The reason I call debt the prison guard is debt keeps you chained to a job longer than you want to. I guarantee that everyone that's listening right now, if you had a choice, if you had an option, you would rather roll over in bed instead of roll out of bed. But because you got a mortgage to pay, because you got student loans to pay, because you got that car note to pay, you got to roll out of bed, get in your car, sit in traffic, deal with nasty coworkers because debt got you chained to a job longer than you want to. Now let's deal with the last and final challenge, big business. Big business comes in and takes the final 1/3 of your income. Now, big business is smart. Let me tell you, they're real crafty with their skills. See, big business knows what time to play the commercials. They know what colors to play in the commercials. They know what celebrities to put in the commercials to get you, the consumer, to spend your hard-earned money. But let me tell you something else that big business knows. Big business knows that every single month there's a holiday. So guess what big business does? Since there's a holiday every month, let us go ahead and run a holiday sale every month. Big business gets paid. So let's break it down. January, we got New Year sales. Then February, we got Valentine's Day sales. March, spring break. April, Easter. May, you got Memorial Day and Mother's Day. June, Father's Day. July, 4th of July. August, our children go back to school. September, Labor Day. October, Halloween. Now we are in the month of November right now, so you already know what you're experiencing in November. Now they got something called Brown Thursday for Thanksgiving sales. Then you got Black Friday. Then you got Small Business Saturday. And then they get you off with Cyber Monday. And then we end off with December with Christmas. Every single month there was a holiday sale and big business got paid. Oh, they got paid because you, the consumer, went in and spent the final 1/3 of your income. Now, I named all those holidays, but what about anniversaries? What about graduations? What about birthday parties? So you can easily lose way more than 1/3 of your income. So I was very modest when I said 1/3, but you really lose more than 1/3 because big business is real smart. See, think about it. God forbid Christmas comes and you don't come in the house with some gifts for your kids. They ain't gonna be happy. God forbid Valentine's Day come and you don't get your sweetheart nothing for Valentine's Day. Oh man, trust me, you're gonna be in some trouble. So big business know that and big business capitalize on it. So I just named you 4 challenges that are stopping you from building wealth. I talked about inflation. I talked about taxes. Then I talked about debt. And then I capped it off with big business. So we got to do something about it. We got to figure out a way how we can earn some additional money to overcome these challenges. Well, guess what? That's what I'm here for today. I'm here to give you a solution. In fact, I'm here to give you 3 solutions at that. The first solution is called income shifting. Oh, I love this because this strategy helps you get wealthy with your own money. Did you hear me? This strategy helps you get wealthy with your own money. Now, please understand this. This strategy is good because a lot of folks are what we call cash flow negative. And you probably wondering, what is cash flow negative? Here's what cash flow negative is. If you're paying this month's bills with this month's money, then you're literally one pink slip away from a financial catastrophe. Did you hear me? Let me say that again. If you are paying this month's bills with this month's money, you're literally one paycheck or pink slip away from a financial catastrophe. So you got to do something about it. So now the good thing is we help people day one, if you're working a job, how to get wealthy on that job with some strategies. Here's what we do. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to teach you a concept called income shifting. Now, I know that there's other options out there, but most people choose a job because that's the one that's preached to us the most. Think about it. Our parents say, go to school, get a good job. Then we went off to college. Our professors say, stay in school so you can get a good job. Now, here's the thing. When you work a job, you are taxed at the highest tax bracket. You are taxed at 28 to 33%. Let me say that again. When you are working a job, you are taxed at 28 to 33%. That's the highest tax bracket there is. Even though you have options, again, the job is the one that's preached to us the most. So that's the one that people work the most. So here's what happens when you work a job. I work, I'm taxed, and a little bit that's left over, I spend. If you're writing that down, let me go ahead and give it to you again. I work, I'm taxed, and a little bit that's left over, I spend. So what can we do to fix this situation? What can we do to add an extra digit to your income? What can we do to ultimately add a comma to your current income? Well, here's step number one. The first thing we do when you get the Financial Success membership in MyEcon is we're going to educate you on how to properly and legally adjust your W-4 form. That is the form that you filled out when you first started your job. You know, most people have that form filled out incorrectly because they themselves don't know how to fill it out. And believe it or not, your human resource person doesn't even know how to fill it out. So what we do in MyEcon first is we show you how to fill that form out properly and legally, and we help you get a pay raise on your job without asking the boss. So if that's you that's on this live video and you want to learn how to get a pay raise without asking the boss, I want you to give me some thumbs ups and some hearts. So let me break it down to you. Most people don't understand that there's two sides to the W-4. There's the front side and the back side. And the IRS says that over 80% of Americans have this form filled out incorrectly, causing a cash flow shortage in your household. So here's what we do. We show you how to fill that form out properly, and we've seen people pick up an extra $100 to as high as $1,000 extra in their current paycheck on their job without owing at the end of the year. So in spite of what your boss says, in spite of what your boss been doing every single year, we're going to get you that pay raise in spite of what they say. So here's what you got to understand. The W-4 is actually called an allowance worksheet, not a dependent worksheet. So many people assume the form is asking for how many people are living in their house, but that's not true. The form is asking for allowances. Now, many people say, well, I don't want to touch my W-4. I love getting that big tax refund at the end of the year. But let me tell you what a refund is. Let's break down the word refund. Re means again, fund means money. So it's your money again. So let's say you got a $5,000 refund. All that simply means is from January to December, you allowed, let me say that again, you allowed the government to keep that $5,000. They took your money, invested it in some type of investment account, made thousands of dollars of interest off of your money. Then they refunded you a percentage of the $5,000 and then had the nerve to tax you on it. Did you hear that? They even taxed you on your own money. But here's what we do in MyEcon. We say, get your money now. We're going to show you how to get a tax refund throughout the year instead of waiting to the end of the year. Did you hear me? In MyEcon, we're going to teach you how to get a tax refund throughout the year instead of the end of the year. So that's powerful. That's the first thing we're going to do. Get you some extra income in your household where you can start using that money to eliminate your debt faster, or use that money to put into your investment portfolio so that you can get in a position where your money's working for you instead of you working for the money. So think about it. That's the first stream of income that comes in your household. We literally, in the first 3 days, want to get you some extra income into your paycheck. So we do that immediately by showing you how to adjust that W-4. See, in most companies, in order for you to see a single penny, dollar come in your household, you got to move a product or you got to enroll somebody in business. Notice, I haven't said any of that yet, and I got you some money in your pocket without doing that. That's powerful. See, MyEcon is a game changer because all these other companies are focusing on sell, recruit. That's the main purpose of the business. But in my econ, we want to strategize so you can strategize your way to wealth instead of selling your way to wealth. So that's powerful. So number one, we got you a pay raise without asking the boss. That's the first stream of income. Then you're going to take that extra money. We're going to provide you our software that's going to show you how to eliminate your debt fast. Like I told you, I eliminated over $100,000 of debt in 1 year. We're going to show you how to take that extra money from the W-4, eliminate your debt, and that's going to create another stream of income. Think about it. If my car note was $500 a month and I paid the car off with the extra money, now I created a positive cash flow of $500 coming to my pocket instead of the car dealership pocket. That's powerful. Did you hear me? By taking the extra money from the W-4, we're going to show you with our software how to put it towards your debt to help you eliminate debt. And each debt that gets eliminated, that frees up positive cash flow coming back to your pocket instead of the bank's and the creditor's pocket. Then we're going to educate you on how to minimize some of your expenses in your household so that can create a third stream of income. See, 3 streams of income created, and you didn't have to sell anything, and you didn't have to enroll anybody in business. See, my econ is a game changer, and this is why we're changing the game in the network marketing industry. You don't have to sell in our business to be successful. You can use the strategies and strategize your way to $1 million. So if that's you, you need to go ahead and hop on. That's strategy number 1. Let me talk about strategy number 2, business income. In my econ, we love to teach you how to earn another stream of income. So many people only have a job. That's the only stream of income that's in their household. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, you're putting yourself in a risky position. Here's what I mean by that. If your job slows down, guess what happens to your income? It slows down. If your job stops, guess what happens to your income? Your income stops. So you got to put yourself in a position where you get yourself a plan B. So if anything ever happens to your plan A, you can still pay the bills. See, here's the problem. If you lost your job today, guess what's going to happen? The bill collector's still going to call. Because at the end of the day, they still got to get paid. They still have jobs and they're doing their job to collect money so they can keep their job. So if you don't have a job, you're putting yourself in a position where, if you don't have a plan B, you're putting yourself in a position where you're setting yourself up for failure. So let me tell you about the business. Business is taxed way less than a job. Remember earlier, I told you when you work a job, you're taxed at 28 to 33%. When you work a business, you're taxed at 18 to 23%. Way less than the 28 to 33% on a job. Now here's the difference. You work your business and then you spend what you want to spend and then you tax at the end. Let me say that again if you're taking notes. You work your business and then you spend whatever you want to spend and then you tax at the end. See, business owners understand the tax laws favor them. So all these wealthy people, they understand they need to get a business because the tax laws favor the business owner. Think about it. If I make $50,000 a year and then I have a business that gave me about $30,000 worth of write-offs, the government is going to subtract the 30 from the 50 and I'm going to get taxed at 20,000 even though I made 50,000. See, that's how Warren Buffett, who is a billionaire, said on live TV that he pays less taxes than his secretary. People say, how in the world can a billionaire pay less taxes than his secretary? See, Warren Buffett has several businesses and he understands the tax laws are in favor of him and he works those businesses and gets several deductions and he lowers his taxable income so he's in a lower tax bracket. But guess what? You don't have to spend $100,000 plus to get a traditional business like a Warren Buffett did. Tonight, you can spend only $35 and get a world-class business that gives you the same exact deductions as a Warren Buffett, a Donald Trump, a Robert Kiyosaki, and etc. See, we're changing lives all around the country. Now, let me give you some good news. My econ is phenomenal. We build you a world-class website, and on that website, if you choose to, you don't have to, it's not mandatory. If you do choose to, we do provide some great products and services that you can sell. You know, we're in the travel industry, which is $1 trillion industry. We're in the health and wellness industry, which is $1 billion, soon to be $1 trillion industry. Online shopping, it's at $4.7 trillion industry. We're in the credit repair. We're in roadside assistance. We got legal services. We got identity theft protection. I mean, you name it, we got it. Multiple products to help you earn multiple streams of income. And so many people say, well, you got so many things. Why would you want to have several different products? Think about it. Walmart is smart. Walmart is a billion-dollar company. And Walmart understands that we're going to open up a store and have multiple things. And when people walk in the store, they're going to spend more than they want to. Think about it. Have you ever went to Walmart and said, you know what, I'm just going to go in here and spend this $20. I'm going to be in and then be out. But you walk into Walmart and you know that Walmart got clothes. They got stuff for your car. They got food. I mean, they got everything. So by the time you go in there and see all that, you walked out spending over $100. You originally was going to go in there and spend $20, but because Walmart got multiple products, you spent multiple dollars. So that's the same thing with MyEcon. We have multiple products that can help you earn multiple streams of income. So now let me tell you about our phenomenal compensation plan. It's one of the best out there. Let me tell you, we are creating so many millionaires in our company because the compensation plan is just phenomenal. So let me break it down to you. Now, before I break down this compensation plan, I always like to paint a picture because so many people always want to think negative when it comes to network marketing or direct sales. You know, they say, oh man, sounds like it's one of those pyramid things. You know, how many of you heard that before? You know, I've heard that several times. But let me break something down to you. The CEO of McDonald's has something called leverage income. The CEO of McDonald's have something called leverage income. See, the CEO understands that he can't be in a million places at one time. So what does he do? He say, oh, I know what I do. I'll get you to pay me a fee to open up a franchise. I'm going to let you run it, but I'm going to earn a percentage of the revenue every single week. Did you hear that? The CEO says, I'm going to get you to pay me a fee. I'm going to let you open up a franchise, let you run it, but I want a percentage of the revenue that goes to your McDonald's every single week. Same concept with MyEcon. When you pay a fee, only $35, you get yourself a MyEcon franchise. You can run it and you get a chance to earn income just like you would earn income from a franchise like McDonald's. But here's the difference. If you wanted to open up a McDonald's franchise, you need at least $1 million of assets. How many people you know got that kind of money laying around? Not many. So MyEcon gives you the same opportunity, the same income opportunity as a McDonald's for only $35. If you don't jump on this tonight, I don't know what else I can say to you to really get you to understand the concept of building wealth. So here it goes. You come in MyEcon for only $35. Once you become an executive vice president by simply enrolling 2 people for $35, MyEcon promotes you to what we call an executive vice president. And as an executive vice president, everyone that pays $35 to sign up with you next Friday, that's the next week, next Friday, you're going to earn a paycheck for $35 for each person. Did you hear that? So basically, John says, you know what? I want to minimize my taxes, Keith. I want to eliminate my debt, Keith. I want to increase my credit score, Keith. I want to earn some extra income, Keith. I want to learn about investing, Keith. I'm going to pay you $35. Well, Bob gave me $35 and next Friday I got a check for $35. That's 100% of the income coming right back to me. $35. So every time that happens, $35 next week. I get a check for $35. Someone else pays $35. Next week, I get a check for $35. So everybody that I know that want to improve their credit score and change their financial freedom, I can provide them an opportunity for only $35. And each time that happens, I'm getting $35. But then Bob says, you know what, Keith? I want to go out here and make me some serious income too. I have an opportunity to earn an extra $25 for everyone that Bob brings into my base shop till infinity. Till infinity. So I can earn some additional income without stopping what I'm currently doing. See, I'm not here to tell you to quit your job. I'm saying allow MyEcon to be the perfect marriage to help you add some additional income to your pocket. If you want to change your financial freedom date to next year instead of 10 years from now, My Econ is the opportunity for you. We also pay residual income. Residual income is doing something one time, but getting paid for it over and over again. See, think about the cable company. The cable company came to your house one time to hook up the cable, but how many months do you pay the bill? Every single month. So my Econ puts you in position where you can earn residual income every single month on top of the other income that I was talking about earlier. So you have an opportunity to make some serious cash. Now, let me talk about the final strategy, then I'm going to wrap it up. Investment income. When you invest, you're taxed at less than 15%. See, when we talk about investing, we talk about a concept called cash, asset, cash. Cash, asset, cash. I need to make a song out of that. Cash, asset, cash. Any wealthy person you can name, I guarantee you that they use a concept called cash, asset, cash. So let me give you an example. Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre took some cash, bought an asset, which was those earphones called Beats, and then he turned around, sold that asset to Apple and made some serious cash. In my Econ, we're going to ask you to take some cash, $35. That's all, $35. That's going to be my Econ business, will become your asset. And then you start marketing that business. You start utilizing the strategies in that business. And that asset is going to make you some serious cash. Now, let me say this. We are not in an investment company. And no, we don't sell investments. But we give you investment education so that you can be more knowledgeable on how investments work. See, a lot of times when you go to a financial planner, most people sit there like a deer in headlights because the financial planner may be saying terms and concepts that you have never heard. But imagine walking into that office empowered already, because you already know how capital gains work. You already know how dividends work. You already know about stocks and bonds and mutual funds and IRAs. Imagine if you were already empowered when you walk into the office. You can now go in there and tell the financial planner what you want to invest in. You can tell them how much you want to risk, because you will already be empowered financially because of the information that my Econ provides. That's what we do when it comes to investing. We want to get you in a position where your money's working for you instead of you working for the money. So let me wrap it up. In closing, to get started with my Econ, you literally paid $35. Yep, you heard me correctly. To get started with my Econ, you literally get started for $35. And then 30 days later, we have a monthly fee of $35 a month. So let me tell you what the $35 a month covers. It covers the hosting of your website, your merchant account. You get something called a financial success membership, which includes free and discounted legal services. You get identity theft protection. You get a do-it-yourself credit repair that will teach you how to restore your credit. You get tax preparation and advice. You also get a record-keeping tool called the Cash Flow Manager to keep you audit-proof. You get a tool called the Cash Flow Strategist, which I personally call an electronic financial advisor. You get all that included in your $35 a month fee. So your $35 a month comes with benefits. So $35 to start, and then 30 days later, it's $35 a month. Now get this. The $35 that you paid to start is tax deductible. You can write it off. The $35 a month, tax deductible. You can write it off. So you have an opportunity to have a world-class business for only $35. Now, I said $35. And now, let me say this. I would not miss out on an opportunity to get signed up with a person who invited you to this video. Whoever invited you to this video, you need to tell them, what is your website so I can get signed up tonight for $35. Now, there are 3 reasons why a person wouldn't jump on an opportunity as great as my Econ. 3 reasons. Here are 3 perfect reasons that people always say they can't move forward. The first reason is, Keith, you just went over a whole lot of information. I don't know if I grabbed everything. I mean, it was just a lot. And I can understand that. But I want you to think back when you first started your new job. When you first started that new job, your new job gave you a whole lot of information to go over. You remember sitting in that human resource office and they gave you all that paperwork, 401k paperwork, W-4 paperwork, the rules and regulations of the company. But guess what you did? You didn't say, oh man, y'all giving me too much paperwork and too much information. I ain't gonna work this job. No, you stayed there long enough and collect a paycheck. And some of you still at that same job. So let's not use that excuse today. We're going to take that one right off the counter. So let's take that one away. The second one, you said, Keith, I'm just too busy. Man, you don't understand, my brother. I got a lot going on in my life. I got kids, I got church, I got family, got work, I got the gym. I'm just too busy. My plate is full. But you know what's so strange? There's a lot of people that say their plate is full, yet when you look at them, they're barely eating. That's, you can't keep saying those same exact excuses if you want different results. See, I was busy being broke and had nothing to show for it. See, I was busy too. See, before my econ, I was really busy being broke and had nothing to show for it. So I had to make a change. And number 3, you said, Keith, man, the opportunity sounds amazing. And I know I can agree with you. I'm glad you feel the same way I feel. It is amazing. But you said, Keith, I just don't have $35. Nothing to be ashamed of. I'm not going to sit here and down you because I don't know what your financial situation is. But please understand this. I want you to do me a favor. If that's you that want to get involved but don't have the $35, I want you to sit yourself down on the couch and I want you to ask yourself 2 serious questions. The first one, how long do you want to have a $35 problem? And number 2, what are you going to do to fix it? See, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. So if you are not satisfied at what you're getting right now, it's time for change. And guess what? Change is here, and it's called My Econ, which is short for My Economy. So get back to the person who shared this video with you. Tell them you want to get signed up tonight. And then we're going to teach you, we're going to train you, we're going to educate you, we're going to help you win in this game called wealth. Now, there are 3 types of people. There's the first person that make it happen. They ain't going to make no excuses. They ain't going to say, I don't know if I can do it. They ain't going to do none of that. They're going to make it happen. That's the first type of person. The second type of person is a person that is wondering what is happening. They're like, what's going on? Those are the people that are close to missing the boat. But it's not too late. You can still jump on the boat right now because with a few more training videos, with talking to another My Econ associate, we can help you move from wondering what this is all about. And number 3 is the person that said, what happened? That's the person that missed the boat. That's the person that stayed on the dock too long and the boat had to pull off. Don't let that be you. Don't let this be a chance of hearing some information and you miss the boat because you will rather continue to wait on something that may never ever come. Financial freedom is here for you today, and I'm here to help you attain it. But the only thing that can help you do it is, I always say there's a cliche, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it. So I hope I gave you enough information to make a life-changing decision. Get back to the person who invited you to this video. Get signed up with them tonight and let's make money together. So in closing, I look forward to seeing you at one of our trainings. I look forward to you signing up and I look forward to seeing you at the next investment firm. God bless you all and have a phenomenal night.